Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Story Mode on PlayFrame with Final Fantasy XIV, and Derman is still on the case. Thancred's still being zero help, but whatever, we can do this on our own. We're doing fine. Alright, Isambard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. That sounds like a good thing for us to be doing. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Derman and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It'll be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Derman, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Good to have you participating, and, here. Thancred. Anyway, let's see. Where are these tunics? Yeah, that'll do it. And the slops. Perfect. Well, I think my boots are covering them, but the point is, we're dressed for success. All right, you. I'm here looking for work. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Well, I'll try. Hello, I'm here to be a nuisance. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima's keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Good, thank you. I think you've been very helpful. All right, anyone else care to listen? And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Okay, thank you. Hello there. I'm a refugee looking for work. You can tell because of my clothes. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Okay, you've been rude? Helpful? Can't tell which. Doesn't matter. Where's this next person? Ah, hello. Have you heard the news about new folks here looking for work? Refugees like me, specifically. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whosoever you like. Why don't you keep to your own kind out by the muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Very cool. Cool of you. Cool of you and everyone here. Very nice and good. Cool to the last. All right, Thancred, I did the thing. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Derman. Thank you. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place. Rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let's go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Can't help but notice I'm the only one of the two of us wearing one right now, Thancred. Are you going to be taking part in this? And he's leaving. Okay. Not being a great team player here, Thancred. Oh, good. Finally. Finally, you've gotten dressed. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Derman. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor, unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I'm a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. Penury. I don't know that word. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know it? You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar. Raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, and yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! The coin was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of... What? No, not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrifice innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess of the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Oh. Dermot, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Okay, can I change? I'm gonna change. Minfilia, I bring news. We've made progress, and like 95% of it is thanks to me. Welcome back, Dermot. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. Yeah. I see. You've done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say that they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. I also fear that, but... Quest done, though. Minfilia would like you to meet a distinguished individual. Ooh. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he's a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but, thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanlin, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Okay. Boy, they're really giving me the runaround out here. To Mutamix! Okay, I believe this should be the place. And up in this corner here. Yeah, here we are, the Bonfire. Oh, that's fun. Love the design on that thing. Mutamix, hello. If you played Final Fantasy XI and not this, surprise, the goblins are in it. Basically, all the monsters from Final Fantasy XI have returned in 14 at some point, which is good because there are a lot of great monster designs in there. Hello, Mutamix. Who is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots? Also, goblins have a fun speaking pattern, so this should be enjoyable. Have Minfilia's dagger. A plain dagger that has absolutely no defining characteristics, except that the hilt does smell quite nice. That's very cute. They do start getting more fun with the text descriptions as the game goes on, I've found. Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes, Fighty Tool gain power of airy self. This is the goblin speaking pattern, by the way. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of Materia. Is this voice working? I have no idea what voice to give goblins. The Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It's created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from summit as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. So there's materia. You can kind of enhance the power of your gear with materia, which is not a thing I'm going to be doing maybe ever with Derman, because you do have to level a crafting job, one of the crafting jobs, to be able to do it, which I don't plan to do. But this quest was mostly just to introduce the concept. Anyway, we're done. Back to Minfilia. Oh hey, finally! A nice bright sunny day in the Vesper Bay. Looking nice. I do like this place, even though it still definitely needs an aetherite. It would make things so much more convenient. Well, that's just the Final Fantasy XV car. Yep. Sure is. I promise you, you will see far weirder mounts. Well, maybe not far weirder, but you will see weirder mounts than that. And mounts from other IPs, other Final Fantasy games, other not Final Fantasy games. There's a lot. You'll see it all, probably. Welcome back, Derman. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. It sure did. Here's fighty stick tool thing. Sorry, I'm still pretty new to Goblin. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts as worthwhile. As I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Derman, so make it your ally. Now, it's time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Oh, I am so ready to begin. What's this? Ooh, a weapon coffer. You know, that might be better than what I'm using right now. Let's use it and see if it's better than what I'm using right now. It's not. Maybe it looks cooler, though? A little bit. Kind of matches our gear set a little better. You know, I'll take it. Thanks. Minfilia would like you to assist the Immortal Flames. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he's due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Derman. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, of course he is, but will join you as soon as he's able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you've made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Thank you. I'll head right there, like directly right there. Here we go. And good day to you. So hey, where is this dude? Hey, guy, are you in here? Guy? Hey, guy! Hello. Ah, you're Derman Durrami of the Scions? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we request the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Derman. Let's make sure it does. I'm on the job, don't worry. An Invisible City, this sounds cool. Alright, where are we headed from here? Northwards. Okay, cool. See y'all in a bit. So this is the place? When you said invisible, I sort of assumed, like, something other than just not here anymore. Technically invisible, I guess, but destroyed is more the word I'd have used. Whatever. Here is my destination. And here I will wait. Ooh. Is the bait in place? Our man's in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. I wouldn't have immediately guessed lizard men, looking at those buff things. Easily the buffest lizards I've ever seen. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh dear. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding them information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Well, we're fighting. The tiny tank springs into action. Bring it! Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to zoom out. There's a lot of you and you're all very big. I'm sort of disappearing in the fray here. Die, all of you! Ah. You know what, I'll go take this guy out. Yeah! I smack your ankles with my axe. Get hit by the tiny tank! You also, come on. Everyone line up for an axe hit. So much MMO fighting later. I do look kind of intimidating for being so tiny. Who's next? Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Oh no. Bring him. The rest of you, march! Traitorous scum. Well, this hasn't gone well. Hello, fellow prisoners. How's it going? I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. That's the spirit. Ooh, the Bowl of Embers is now accessible. We've got ourselves our first, well, they're called trials, which basically means boss fight, and group boss fight, specifically. We're gonna need a squad. Allow me to assemble a squad. Okay, we've got our squad assembled, and all newcomers, I believe. Astra, Dea, and Meika. This should be fun. What are y'all in this group here? Got Astra, a bard, Dea, a symbol I really should know by now, and dancer, I think, and Meika, a white mage. Awesome. Okay, cool. We've got ourselves a team. Let's get in there for Bowl of Embers. Wait, not Copperbell Mines. I don't want to queue for that. Here we go. Let's do us a thing. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. We're gonna fight that thing. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Ugh. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you! Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God, your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that's the only explanation. Interesting. I'm just special, I guess. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. I feel a bit outmatched. Fortunately, I have an enthusiastic squad. And so powerful. Oh, look at our good team. Get psyched, everyone. Goodness, the style, though. The style and the height. All right. Let's tank up and fight a demigod. Attack! My flame shall consume thy flesh and soul both. So this should not be too hard, especially given lots of very competent fighters back there. But this is our first kind of boss fight. Primal fights are fun. I'm keeping Ifrit facing this way because that cleaving fire breath will do a lot of damage that the other folks don't have the HP or the gear to withstand quite so easily. The healer is grateful that I'm facing Ifrit this way. It will be a common tactic, facing the boss away from everybody else. I'm a tank, I can take the hits. Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. No, I don't want to. Ah, that thing. The infernal nail, we need to hit that thing. Or y'all need to hit that thing. I need to, I think, keep Ifrit facing this way, so it doesn't hit y'all with fire. We do definitely need to kill that thing, though, or we will wipe. Well, maybe not wipe. Maybe we just take a lot of damage in this non-hard mode. I don't know. It's broken, who cares? Thy soul shall burn for eternity! That looks very painful, but it didn't actually do a lot to me. Thou art strong, mortal. Thank you. Eruption. Oh, look out. Big fire. This is going quite well. Whoop, heads up. Don't stand in the danger puddles. Never stand in the danger puddles. Oh, danger puddles. Okay, move. Hey, we win. Good job, team. I love my little strut. Ooh, shiny. I love the way Derman stares at it. I kind of like to think that in addition to doing whatever hero protagonist thing I'm doing here, Derman's also just sort of developing a crystal fixation. They sparkle, and he likes that. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja's zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Okay, so you can be helpful, you just choose not to most of the time, I guess. It's kind of worse, Thancred. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Derman. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I'd never have left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. Nah, I'm good. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? Sounds good. This way, sir. Yeah, let's get out of here. Hey, we beat a primal. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'dan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We've only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I'm troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that's a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. But we did the thing. Oh, look at it. Everyone so patient waiting for us. Hello, everyone. Hello. Good job. All involved. We beat a primal. And I helped. They did most of the work. I just stood there and got hit a lot. But that's my job. Well done, everyone. Very, very good. Thank you, as always, to our little special guests for joining in the fight. It was a very good time. I enjoyed it immensely, and I look forward to next time. I'm sure we'll be seeing all of these faces again and more. Thank you to the special guests. I give you a bow, and I take my leave. Okay, back in Camp Drybone. Goodness, bit of a mess out here. What's going on? Ah, there you are, Dermot. Come rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered... but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there's still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Dermot. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I've long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust she shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can, or I trust you shan't object to that. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. Yeah, I figure that's the only way you're keeping this job, bud. I'll do you that solid. You owe me, like, double, though. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Don't I know it? All right, then. To the waking sands, again. Ah, the satisfaction of a job well done. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He's presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. And why shouldn't she be? I'm great. My late arrival nearly cost Dermot his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Hello! Sorry, am I interrupting? Dermot, it's so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. That's a phrase I don't know. I've learned a new thing. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they're to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It's for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It's as though a great power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Derman. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Yes? Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he's tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope you'll continue to stand with us, Derman. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me, how many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. But hey! We did the thing. And since we've been advised to take a respite, I think I will go ahead and take that advice. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time for some more Final Fantasy XIV story mode. Do take care, everyone, and goodbye.